Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Infinite Crypto Cruisers. Hey there, folks. This is Brad Varnell. This is the Infinite Crypto YouTube channel. And today I have a super special guest. Man, this introduction might take me a few minutes. I tried to write it down, but I realized I would have a whole book written out before I was actually able to get through this introduction. This man is a special guest to me because a lot of the folks that I've had on this channel, I've gotten to know a little bit, and I would call them, good acquaintances. But this is a guy that I've had an opportunity to build a friendship with for the last 20 years. I've seen him at the beginning of his career. I've seen what he's done over the last 20 years, what he's accomplished. And this is just a phenomenal human being that I am getting ready to introduce you to. His name is Joshua Denne. And he comes from a background of relationship marketing. He's one of the most successful guys that I know. He's made millions and millions of dollars in multiple different companies. But one of the things that I love about him the most is that he loves having fun and he really loves helping people. And that's what Blockchain Alliance is all about. He's a patriot. He loves freedom and he sees where the world is going. And Blockchain Alliance, in our opinion, in his opinion, and I'm right there with him on this mission. This is a way to create freedom and to help us keep America and the rest of the world, out from underneath these, dictators' thumbs and the powers that be that want to strip us of our freedom. So, without any further ado, I want to bring him onto the stream. Welcome, my good friend Joshua Denne.
Mr. Brad Varnell, what an honor and privilege to be here with you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity, and got to commend you on all the success and all the hard work that you put in helping wake people up and get them on this path of decentralization and into this amazing new world that we are being ushered into quite quickly.
Yeah, man, absolutely. One of the things that I love about our history is that back when we met, cryptocurrency didn't even exist. And, the reason that our paths have really, come back together and we've grown, this close bond that we have over the last few years is because of our love of blockchain technology and really believing that it is the answer to a lot of the world's, problems. So, I don't know how far you want to go back in your story, but I really believe that success leaves clues. And I want the folks on here to realize that we're not just here to help them make a bunch of money. Yeah, that's great. But as you and I both know, if they don't become the person that can handle the money, if they don't grow into the man or woman that they need to be to enjoy the money, it really won't do them a whole lot of good. So if you want to just kind of tell people a little bit about your background and how you ended up getting to where you are today and where you're looking at moving forward to, I would love that.
Certainly, Brad. And I appreciate the opportunity to do so. For those of you that I haven't had the privilege of meeting, I think like a lot of people looked at success as though it was unobtainable at one point in my life. I came from a family that had some love, but there was not much money. There was a bunch of us in a 2-bedroom house, and my dad decided to run away from home when I was 5 and never come home. And so my mom, raising me and my brothers, did what any good woman would do. She worked 3 jobs, worked like around the clock to try to provide, and ended up living at her parents' house with her siblings. And there was love there. There just wasn't money. And I remember growing up thinking that it was too far for me, so I couldn't do it. And to make matters worse, when she married someone who didn't have his act together, we'll say. And I didn't like it. And I left the home at 14. And I just really went down a bad path, right? I wasn't the healthiest place I was looking for mentorship, we'll say, and ended up in trouble quite a bit. And so here I am years later, high school dropout, have a criminal background, and I didn't know what I could do to be successful. And thankfully, good fortune came my way when I was introduced to network marketing or relationship marketing. And I know for a lot of people, they don't understand that business model. And they think, oh, that's a pyramid or that's one of those things. And unfortunately, there's a lot of scams in everything in life, but certainly in that industry, there is their fair share because the barrier of entry is so low. And that's a positive and a negative. It's a positive because a lot of people get into opportunities more than would normally get to. It's a negative because more people get to get in. And of course, easy in, easy out, right? So, fortunately for me, I got involved with the company where I met Mr. Varnell there, and it was a good company. They were offering a great service, and there was a great mentorship program there and a great training program. And I spent almost a decade with that organization, and it changed my life dramatically because I was introduced to personal development, personal growth. And Brad, you said something a moment ago that's very true. Is you could give out, you could split the money up equally all over the world, right? Every human being gets an equal slice of all the wealth. And within a handful of years, it'll all be back in the same place. And that's not just some saying, it's true. And you can look at almost any statistical analysis when it comes to people who inherit money or win the lottery or all of a sudden get great sums of money. Maybe they're casino winners. And the vast majority, we're talking 80+% end up worse off a handful of years later than they were before they won the money. We're talking financially speaking and in all sorts of other ways, because the money didn't solve their problems. See, their problem was what they thought and how they thought about the subject of money. But we don't know that when we're just going on this journey for the first time. So if you're looking at this, you're going, yeah, right, Josh, sure. Just give me the money. I'll be able to be okay with it. I know what you mean, because I felt that way too. But what I realized is that's not the truth. The truth is that money is just simply a tool. Think of like a scalpel, or a razor blade in the hands of a toddler. Not a good deal. Could probably hurt the toddler, hurt anyone that the toddler's trying to play with, because they don't understand the tool. But you put that same razor blade or scalpel in the hands of a skilled surgeon, and that surgeon can save life. That surgeon can perform surgeries with it. It's not the scalpel or the razor blade. It's the person wielding it. And money is very similar to that. And I would say it's almost sharper and more dangerous for those who don't understand it yet, don't know how to harness its power. The good news about what you're doing, Brad, to the audience here is you're trying to help them, be a bridge from not knowing about financial literacy to knowing about financial literacy. And for a lot of people, cryptocurrency is that first introduction. But it's not just cryptocurrency. It's monetary exchange. It's a value, okay? And when we understand what value is and where it comes from and how it's harnessed and how it can be utilized in your life, things can change for you quite drastically. So that was the road I got on. I was fortunate. I met some people who had been extremely successful. And the network marketing model is amazing because you have people who are willing to teach you what to do, and you don't have to pay them to do it because it's typically built into the commission structure itself or into the incentive plan. This is what a lot of people don't understand about relationship marketing or network marketing, is that they think, oh, you just want to get me into your deal so you make money off me. Well, that's not accurate, because the only way you can really make money in those structures over a long period of time is by helping other people make money, helping other people grow and learn and build organizations that are sustainable. So really the incentive in a good program is to help someone rise through the ranks and maximize their pay. Why? Because you're able to override that. You're able to make a little piece. It was J. Paul Getty, I think America's first recorded billionaire, right? He was an oil tycoon. And he said famously, I'd rather have 1% from 100 men's efforts than 100% of my own efforts. What did he mean? Well, if you have 1% from 100 different people, that's 100%, isn't it? That means you don't have to put out effort. So if you get good at teaching other people how to make money, you'll make money. You'll do well, especially if you're in a position to override that. So my mentor taught me how to make money, not just in that deal, in life in general, help to raise my consciousness, change my perspective on what the subject of money was, and introduced me to books and tapes and all sorts of classes that helped me do that. And what was brilliant about it is the hardest part for me was to believe that I could actually do it. And maybe that's you right now. Maybe you're like, oh, this is one of those things that could never be for me. And maybe the people around you say that too. I know how that feels, because that was me. I had to get away from all those people. I had to learn to get around people who had my solutions, not my problems. People who were going to encourage me, not subtract from me, not discourage me. And that was number one. And number two, is I had to start putting better stuff into my mind. And I did that. And what my mentor did for me, and I'll shut up after this, Brad, but This was probably the best gift he could have given me. I was always looking up to these people who had money, like they were something special, like, if I could just touch the hem of the garment kind of thing. And what you'll realize is wealthy people, successful people are not better than you or me. Now, you may already know that, but how do you get there? It's just activity and time, properly executed activity in the right space, in the right way, at the right time, consistent. That is the difference. And what he helped me do is every time I looked up to him, every time I was thinking he was better than me, he said, Josh, stop that. Okay. I'm not above you, but I'm not below you. Okay. We're on level ground. The only difference between us is activity and time. Here's what you need to do. And I did it consistently. And he was right. It changed my life. And one of the things I love about cryptocurrency, again, is it's a gateway. It's a pathway maybe for you to learn about financial education to help you become more than what you are today, because you can only achieve a level of income that you're able to be personally become, right? Your income will quickly go to your level of personal growth. Anyway.
Amen, man.
Hopefully
I absolutely love that, man. What a great explanation. And for everybody watching, I want you guys to know that not only was this probably the most valuable part of the video, but I know that you guys are all here to hear about the opportunity, which I totally understand. But for those of you watching this, if you go back and just rewatch that last 10 or 15 minutes until it really, really, really sinks in, that is going to probably be 10 years from now what you came away from this video as being the most valuable part of it. But having said that, we are here to make some money. And there is an incredible opportunity, and that's why we're here, not only in the NFT space, but we've also got a token called Otherverse token that's going to be launching towards the end of this year that you're going to get to hear a little bit about. And so let's jump forward now. If I remember correctly, you heard about Bitcoin for the first time in about 2016 through a mutual friend.
Yeah, Brad, interestingly, my good friend, I had loaned some money to. And he was asking me about a different project. And I said, well, look, you kind of got to settle the score here first before I go do a different deal with you. And he said, no problem. Do you take Bitcoin? I'm like, Bitcoin? What? I'd never even heard it before. I didn't know what it was. But I remember thinking to myself, sure, I'll take seashells. I don't care. Just pay me back. I'm sure you've had that experience. So he shows me Bitcoin. I download the blockchain app, and he sends it to me. And it's there and whatever, right? He gave me something, but this is kind of interesting. It had the value, the equivalent that he owed me, and whatever. Well, about a month later or so, I see it start to move up, and I'm like, okay, I've never seen this before. He paid me value back what I owed him, and now I have more of it. And it wasn't like I couldn't cash it out. I could cash it out into actual dollars. So that was interesting, but I just kept it there because I didn't need the money, but I was interested in what was happening. So now I start paying attention. This is January. I just looked at this because I downloaded my first MetaMask January 17th of 2017. So that was the first time I got MetaMask, because now I'm starting to learn what's going on and I'm paying attention. And of course, we all know what happened. 2017 was a bull run that most of the people came into the crypto space. Well, I don't say most, but a whole bunch of people came in. They're like, oh my God, it was when it went from basically $1,000 or $800 to almost 20,000. That was a huge shift. And this is the first time it started getting national media coverage towards the end of 17. And now I'm paying attention. Interestingly, though, I thought I was this masterful trader because I'm getting into all these different alts and I made $1 million something. I'm like, I'm a genius. No, I was just like in the right place at the right time with a few things. And that, I did get out some, but a whole lot of that just went down to zero. But it was a great lesson. And so that's my introduction to cryptocurrency, Brad. But I got to say, it wasn't the cryptocurrency that fired my imagination. It was this thing called blockchain technology, distributed ledger tech. And I thought to myself, this is genius. And when I read Satoshi's white paper about how you can decentralize this, keep central control away. Central control is one of the biggest challenges we have in the world. I mean, we're seeing the negative consequences of centralized control play out in the political theater right now. I don't care what country you're in. It is affecting everywhere on the planet. Okay. You're seeing it in America, where I live, like crazy. Insane division because central information is centrally controlled. Finance is centrally controlled. right? The US dollar, centrally controlled by a private organization, not owned by the people of the United States, which is a whole nother topic onto itself. I believe that this technology can help you and I gain freedom and gain the ability to achieve personal and financial success, but most importantly, freedom. And that's what we at the Blockchain Alliance are aiming at. That's what we're attempting to do. We're attempting to put together a community of people that are interested, that are awake, that are starting to go, wait a second. This doesn't seem right. I don't like what's going on over here. And I don't care what side of the political side you're on. You have to agree that division's not good, right? United we stand, divided we fall. We know that. So intuitively, like, well, how do we get united again? And I believe we can get it there through a community of people aiming towards learning about this new technology that's changing the world. We're talking NFTs, decentralized finance, decentralized storage, augmented reality, virtual reality, metaverse. All these things are AI. They're drastically changing the world. And this is the biggest shift of wealth in human history, at least that we're aware of up into this point, that's occurring right now. And that means it's huge opportunity for you and I. If you've never had financial success in your life, this could be the beacon of hope you've been waiting for, just the information. Now, Blockchain Alliance, Brad, here's one of the things I feel passionate about, because I'm passionate about financial literacy. I'm passionate about financial education. And at the Blockchain Alliance, we don't charge you to be a part of it. You can come in for free, learn everything you want to learn. Now, we do have services. We do have utilities. Our mission is to educate the world on Web3 and provide the best-in-class products, services, and financial opportunities in the space. And we have done just that.
I love it. Absolutely. And so, just a quick question. You did allude to the fact that there's, relationship marketing, that there is, an affiliate side to Blockchain Alliance. Could you maybe expand a little bit on why you decided to go that route rather than just building it more like a traditional company and just, sell your services and advertise in the old traditional way, and why you decided to give the opportunity to everybody that was interested in partaking?
Well, word of mouth advertising is the best form of advertising on the planet. We all know that. And that's just a statistical fact. So because our ethos, right, our mission is to educate the world and provide financial opportunities, it makes sense that we'd share those marketing dollars with the people actually doing the marketing. So if you think about it, Web 2 is different, right? That's the last internet, right? The commercialization of the internet. There was Web 1, right, where we could read only. Many of you maybe remember that if you're old, like Brad and I are older. We're not old. It was the black screen, big huge box, green letters, right? Remember that in school, Brad?
Yep.
And you could just basically write. You couldn't really do much with it. Web 2 was the commercialization of the internet. Okay, that was the centralized control of data. Okay, where data became the new oil. Okay, what most people didn't realize, most of us, I certainly didn't at the time, was that we were giving up our, the information that made us digitally, right? So you have a persona digitally that has insane value. It lives in Amazon, it lives in Google, it lives in Facebook. Okay, that has value. That's what they sell. You see, the largest companies in the world today are data aggregates, okay? Facebook is a data aggregate. Amazon could care less about the trinkets it sells you. It cares about what you're buying. It cares about your interests, your likes, your information, everything that makes you, okay? Tesla doesn't care necessarily about the cars it sells. It's every car it puts on the marketplace, it's gathering data 24/7 from all those cameras. Accident data, it is insane the amount of information that's being extracted that you and I are actually providing, yet we're not getting compensated for. Web 2 is all about centralized control, extraction of information from you and me, and the wealth being extracted to the hands of a few. Okay, that's just the reality. Web 3, right, the decentralized world where we're moving into, is the opposite of that. It's about sharing wealth generated by the community with those that are building the community, and in direct proportion to the value brought to the community. Meaning that if you bring a lot of value to the community, you're going to get a lot of value back. if I could contrast that back to where we were, Web 2, you and I built Amazon in many ways. Now, yeah, we didn't own the company. We didn't have the idea. But when you did it, you're like, this is cool. Didn't you tell people? I mean, look, I still love Amazon. I still use it. Not going to lie. I like doing this. 2 thumb taps and something shows up at my door. That's pretty awesome. I'm a Prime member. I showed that I probably signed up 1,000 people on Amazon because I was so fired up telling everyone about it. Facebook, same thing. Netflix, same thing. Didn't you do the same? Maybe you didn't do 100 or 1,000, but I'm sure you did a few. Did Netflix kick you out a paycheck? No. Did Facebook, did Zuckerberg give you any of his money? No. Bezos didn't do any of that either. They did offer some type of affiliate programs, and they certainly used that leverage, like Facebook AdWords. Whole bunch of people got wealthy plugging onto that machine. Google AdSense, same thing. Amazon, resellers. See, the problem is most of us didn't understand what was going on. So people did get wealthy in an affiliate type model. It was just a small fraction. See, in the future that we're building together here, it'll be the communities of the future that share that wealth that is generated by the community with the community. So that's why, Brad, we're doing this. We're saying, look, what we're going to do is we're going to take the vast majority of the profit that's generated by bringing real value to the marketplace at a price point that's lower than anything else. There is profit there. We're going to share that with the community. So, and look, it doesn't cost you anything to do it. So there's nothing to lose. You come in, learn what you want to learn. If you want to participate, great. If you don't, that's great too. Take what you learn and utilize it how you see fit. But if you do decide to participate and utilize our services, which I believe are insanely valuable, and I'll explain more about that in a moment, when you share it with others, you're going to get paid. And you're not going to just get paid once. You're going to get paid in perpetuity, meaning that if you introduced me, okay, and I see it, and you're the reason I see the program and I get involved, I'm now connected to you, and rightly so. So when I transact, you're going to get a piece of that, and rightly so. See, advertising is the same thing. So some people have a problem with that. It's like, why? You don't have a problem when Facebook gets paid for advertising their someone else's trinkets, or Google getting paid for putting that right, link in front of you so you go buy what you want to buy. You don't have a problem with some stranger or some company that typically doesn't have your best interest in mind at all and actually doesn't like you, okay, as proven by the actions of these large corporate people over the last few years. It's been very evident that they're using this vast wealth to subtract from you, not add to you. We don't have a problem with that. But when your friend makes money, you have a problem with it? See, I think we have to rethink how we think things. When Brad shows me something, I want him to make money. If I like it, now I'm not going to just buy it because it's Brad, but I'm going to look at it because it's him. For sure, if it's him, I'm looking. Why? Because I trust him. I like him. If I transact because the merit of the product or service warrants that, I want him to get a piece of it. Why wouldn't I? He's the one who introduced me. If the company's going to pay it, I'm going to pay it anyway. It doesn't change for me. I'd rather that money go to Brad than go to Google, wouldn't you? So that's why we've chosen an affiliate model. I know it was a long way to describe that, Brad, but I think it's important for people to understand why I'm so passionate about using this type of model, because, for the first time, you and I have an opportunity, a real opportunity to position ourselves in front of a massive shift of wealth and actually get compensated for our efforts, not just up front, but in the long run, meaning every transaction that is because of us, you're getting paid. So again, if you introduce me to something, a restaurant, every time I go there, that revenue coming out of my wallet going to that restaurant is because of your introduction. Wouldn't it stand to reason, rather than paying Open Table or some other app, Yelp or whatever, would it stand to reason that money went to you? After all, you're the reason I'm there, and I'm spending my money because of your introduction. I have to spend the same money either way. Anyway, hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, man.
Sorry,
I love it. One of the things that I really like about Blockchain Alliance is that it really is open to everybody, no matter what their goals are. I'm sure that there's going to be some folks that watch this video that just like the investment side, that want to speculate, that are going to buy some of these NFTs, believing that they're going to become worth more down the road than they paid for them today, that are going to maybe jump in and buy some other verse tokens because they believe that other verse is going to be worth more down the road than it is today, just like when they buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. But I also do think that there'll be a lot of people that watch this video that see the power of the affiliate side. And we've all got friends and family and people that are getting crushed off by inflation, that are complaining about the price of gas and food. And I mean, it's just unbelievable. Sometimes I wonder how these folks that just have a set income, 20, 25 bucks an hour, and it hasn't gone up in several years, how they're dealing with all of these price increases. This is an opportunity for folks that are in this space already and understand what we're talking about to really bless their friends and family and a lot of individuals that they can kind of help pull up through this. So without any further ado, I'm going to try to give you the full screen and then let you share. So down on the bottom there, you kind of see where it says present, and there's a little plus.
I got it.
If you hit that, you should be able to pull up. Now you can only do one tab at a time. So hopefully your slideshow is just kind of, on one spot here. Let me try to get you by yourself. Nope, that's me. Why is it not shifting to weird? All of a sudden, I can't even get us back to just me and you. Oh, I think Josh got logged out, folks. He's going to have to click back into the stream. I'm not sure exactly what he X'd out, but he X'd out something. So real quick, I'll just go into the chat and say hello to everybody, man. I really appreciate you all being here. D Jenny, thank you for being here. We got Dilemma and Greg and Jeff and Mark, and hey, my beautiful wife, Deanna, thank you for being here. Eric, hey, thank you for being here. Looks like we got Josh back. Let me
the whole thing die.
let me see if I can do this time. If this gets you, no, that's still, why am I not getting you?
All right. Share. Okay, I'm now sharing. Okay, here it is. Can you see my screen?
I cannot.
Let me go back here. Let me pull this up. All right. And let me see if I can do this. All right, so present, share screen, and share. Can you see that now?
There we go.
All right. That took a minute. Apologize about that. So we're good. We can see this. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm going to get into this quick. Don't worry. I'm not going to hold you guys here forever. Thanks, Brad, for the opportunity. Look, Blockchain Alliance is really welcoming you to the world of Web3. We've partnered with some of the best organizations in the space. And again, our mission is to bring to you best-in-class products, services, and most importantly, I believe, financial opportunities for you and for your family and your future. That's exactly what we've been doing and what we are doing here at the Blockchain Alliance. Let me see if I can change the screen here. Okay. I think I had I'm going to have to do it this way. Did the slide change?
Yes, it did. We're looking at the Blockchain Alliance in gold with the black letters now.
Gotcha. See, now I know what I need to do. I just need to get two screens. So this will be a lot easier. Okay, here we go. I got it. This is our logo and our new look and feel. I want to talk about AI, our Alliance AI. Obviously, you've been hearing by now about artificial intelligence. You probably heard about ChatGPT or ChatGPT 3.5, 4, whatever. Most people don't understand how to use it. A lot of people, actually, I'd say most people don't even know it exists. Okay. Maybe they've heard about it, but they don't really understand it. Less than that have actually tried it or used it themselves or even seen it. And of those people, a small, tiny fraction even know how to use it. So we understand it's one of the most powerful technologies. Now, I know people have their opinions about it. The reality, it's here. Okay. So best to understand it at the very least and utilize it for your benefit. And so what we've done is we've partnered with an incredible friend of mine. He's had 3 9-figure tech exits in his career. He's been working in this space for almost a decade and understands it as good as anybody on the planet. He's probably about $12 million of compute power that they're utilizing for us to be able to have an exclusive access to a very important machine learning and artificial intelligence program that you have access to as a access pass holder of the Blockchain Alliance. This is going to give you the ability for any business that you may have to be able to monetize things in a much better way. Okay. Being able to use the power of AI. And the great news is, as you get into the program with our access pass, this becomes more powerful for you as the community gets stronger and bigger, because it accelerates and multiplies, it compounds the effectiveness and the usefulness of the program. And the early adopters, you, assuming that you see it, get involved, are going to have that power, because you'll be at the beginning of this. So yours will always be stronger than those that come after you, simply because of the power of compounding growth. Okay. Alliance AI. And again, we can go in all the details there, but we have that program for you. Now, how do you access that? And we have other programs as well. I think that's one of the most powerful ones, but several other programs that we have, all accessible through our Blockchain Alliance, what we call Access Pass. Now, this is a digital collectible, and it's an NFT. Okay, for those of you that are in this world, it is an NFT, precisely that. And what's great about it is, when you have this Access Pass, you get the ability to access all these incredible services that we've partnered with. AI, Alliance AI being one of them. Another one would be Digibot or Alliance Trading. Okay, Digibot and Insights. These are exclusive products to Blockchain Alliance, and they are, one is a centralized trading bot and the other is a decentralized trading bot, both using artificial intelligence to help. Now, we're going to accelerate that with Alliance AI. However, as of right now, we have 20 months of blockchain verified gains between 4 to 6% per month, compounding in BTC on Digibot alone. We have some people making as much as 50% per month, okay, with certain trade pairs, with our decentralized trade bot, Insights. Now, again, I'm not making any financial claims whatsoever. All I'm saying is the facts of the results that have happened. Past performance does not guarantee future performance. However, the best part about this is you don't give up custody of your tokens to anyone. You get to keep it in-house for you. Yes, that's right. You're not trusting some trader, some magical person to trade it and maybe give you your money back or not. It stays in your account. The NFT gives you access to the API, which we help you set up. You don't give any passwords or codes or share your screen or anything. We walk you right through it. You do it on your own, set it up, and it runs. Stop losses, everything in place. You don't have to worry about it, and you're in full control, and it goes. The centralized trading bot, Digi, is a set it and forget it. I mean, you set it and you let it run. This is a way to compound your wealth. So if you have some Bitcoin and you want some more without having to buy more, Digibot is your friend. You get that Digi, you put that bot to work, and it's trading your Bitcoin and gaining Bitcoin. Again, like I said, it's been averaging between 4 to 6% per month in gains in BTC over the last 22 months now, I believe. So extraordinary. Again, if you want to compound your wealth, these are great products and services to use that you get only and exclusively through Blockchain Alliance Access Pass. Okay, we also have the ability to give you education, some of the best education in the space. In fact, I know we're in talks with Mr. Varnell to possibly want to be an educator with us soon, because he is an extraordinary human being. But we have developed not just a video library that has basically everything you'd ever want to know about being involved in the space, from setting up a wallet to which exchange to do, or what, how do you set up two-factor, what's the seed phrase, how do you care for it, everything you'd ever want to know, being brand new if you knew nothing about the space. If you're intermediate or if you're an expert, we have something for you, where we have SEC approved and certified analysts sharing incredible information that you probably want to know, all accessible through the Access Pass that we have. And we also have card solutions, all sorts of other benefits that are provided in the pass. And I believe each one of our utilities is worth the price of the pass in it of itself. However, when you get the pass, the good news is you're able to activate any part of it whenever you see fit. Example is maybe you get the pass and you're holding on to it, and a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, you decide to activate it. Well, then you can use that month of service. See, in a subscription model, it's like a gym membership, right? If you sign up for a gym membership, a subscription, and you don't show up at the gym, what happens at the end of that month? It's gone, right? You have to pay again if you want to show up. Now you're like, all right, now I'm taking this serious 6 months later. Well, you paid for 6 months. We don't do that to you. We say, look, here's your pass. Use it when you want. So 2 months later, you decide to start the education. Great. Now you have 30 days of that. And then you feel comfortable about starting Digi. Cool. You start that a month after that. Now you have 30 days of that. It works on when you want to work it. Okay. So that's one aspect of the access pass, why it's great and why it's better in this format. And you're able to use it. Now, again, Brad said it right. Some people may just speculate it on buy it, not use any of it, and sell it for more. Why? Because it's a digital collectible and it'll be worth more money later. Why? This is the best part. We have a DAO. It's a decentralized autonomous organization that pools resources and profits from all the organizations and all the partnerships of all the companies that Blockchain Alliance aligns itself with and puts value into the DAO. In fact, 5% of ownership of Blockchain Alliance itself is in the DAO. So as the company expands and grows, as the community expands and grows, value is being dumped into what's called the DAO. It's an organization. When you become a member of the DAO, you're able to participate in two things. Very important. One is the rewards. Okay. As it gains profit and money and whatever it gains, you are entitled to a percentage of that, your percentage that you have. Okay. The other thing that you get is the ability to vote, the ability to say where those rewards are deployed and how they're deployed. Now you have some control to your destiny. This is what's great about it. Now, how do you get into the DAO? How do you become a member? 3 access passes get you in. The first one doesn't get you in, but you have something valuable that you can sell later. Why? Because you need 3 to be in the DAO. And maybe you don't want to be in the DAO, but a whole lot of people who understand this are going to be in the DAO and want to be in the DAO, and they need your access pass to get it. Why? Because it's limited. Not everyone can get it. Last I checked, there's, I think, only 500 and something left of these things. That's it. That's all there'll ever be. There'll never be more, which means the floor price is going to go up, because when we get to the second month and we release that, the people who understand this are going to want the first. So some people are going to hold on to it, sell it for more. That's a great possibility. I mean, look, if I'm in and there's only a few left and I need it, $200 is what you bought it for. I may pay you $1,000. Why? Because I don't care about the $1,000. I care about collecting all 3 so I have rewards in the DAO. Okay, so that's why this will go up. Here's the great, even better news. You get your access pass and you use the services. You use them. You use all of Digi, all of Insights, all of the education, everything. You use it all. You have an empty shell, but it's still valuable because it's still necessary for the DAO. So again, you could use everything and still resell it for what you bought it for or more potentially. Okay. So you can't do that with the service. Again, gym membership, subscription. You can't resell your gym membership. You can't use it for a year and sell it for all the money you paid for it, can you?
Nope.
This scenario, that is not only possible, it's probable. Okay. It's more likely to happen than not. So now, once you have 4, you get more votes and more rewards. 5 more votes, more rewards. 6, it multiplies. It goes in 3s. And understand the voting power and rewards are far greater in the first ones than they are in the latter ones. But once you get all 12, you have the most power you can get. This is why you want to collect all 12. You'll have a huge amount of voting rights in the DAO, and the maximum amount of voting rights and the maximum amount of rewards issued to you. So again, you want to collect all 12, and no matter what, because there's a scarcity of it, because there's a limitation, they are going to be more and more valuable. That's why we did it this way. So we have that. We've got our DAO, like I talked about, with rewards, offers, VIP events, your ability to vote. This is the wave of the future and our ability to provide it back to you. Our access pass sales, very simple. If you look at by the way, so here's the comp plan. Very simple. Again, there's no fee to be an affiliate. Okay. You just have to, one, okay, a lot of people, what they're going to do is, get the affiliate from the person who introduced them to a link. They'll get that link and they'll decide to be a part of the DAO. Okay. I mean, they'll decide to be either get an Access Pass NFT or not. Okay. If you're smart, you're probably going to do that right away because you understand what's happening. But regardless of not, you can become an affiliate through the affiliate who brought you. Then you can share it with other people because you may think, I know some other people who'd love this. Great. Get an affiliate link. What does it cost you? Nothing. We've waived the fee. Typically, it's $99. Right now, during this introductory period, there is no cost whatsoever. Not now or not in the future. So once you're in, you're grandfathered for life at no charge. It's $99 typically. We may institute that at any time. But for right now, because of Brad and because of this early access, and mainly because of Brad bringing this to you, depending on the time you're listening to this or watching this, it is no charge to you whatsoever. Okay, we have to pay something, but you don't. So you're in and you're grandfathered for life. And then when you share this with some people and they decide to participate, you will get a reward via smart contract. You're going to get paid instantly. For example, let's say there's you, right? You get 15% of the revenue of anyone that you introduce. So there you are, and you show, let's say, Mia. Mia gets $1,000. Well, you just got $150. Mia made her own smart decision. She's like, I want the $1,000 Access Pass. Boom, she does that. $150 instantly. As soon as she transacted, you get that money. Lloyd's like, I want the $400 Access Pass. Bingo, you just got, what is that? $60. Bingo, right in your pocket. Pam, $5,000 Access Pass all day long. In fact, we have our guy just downstairs, Phil, just got a $6,000 Access Pass. So look, that's happening all day, every day. It's starting to go on. That would be an extra $750 just from your referral. And all you're doing is sharing it. Again, if that scenario happened, Hans gets 10,000, Lee gets 200, Ali gets 400, right? Pam, Lloyd, and Mia do what I just talked about. That's $2,550 extra dollars for you that month, that week, that day. And what's most likely going to happen is, because this is a pre-mint, you're getting on the whitelist should you decide to do this now. We can't even take your money right now at the time of this recording. You can just put yourself in line and make a commitment. Okay. Once you do that, the mint will come on the 9th, but anyone on the list before the public get access on the 8th will be able to go in and mint ahead of time. So if you at least make it on the list, and you may not, I'm not promising anything. All I know is the list is open. If you make it on the list, you'll have the opportunity to mint at least one. Now you may choose 5 and they say, well, you can only get one of them. Okay. It depends on the whitelist and how many people are getting it. But here's what I do know for sure. If you make it on the whitelist, it guarantees you the opportunity to mint before the public get it. So I suspect it's all going to be sold out on that one day. If not, for whatever reason, it rolls on to the 9th, the public mint. Anything that's available will be taken off the market right there. So anyone who's referred anyone on that day will get paid that same day. So either people are going to get a huge paycheck on the 8th, or they're going to get a huge paycheck on the 8th and the 9th. Okay. Depending on what they do, they'll get at least something, a little bit, a lot, or a whole lot, depending on what they do. But here's what you need to do. Get someone on the whitelist. You can't get paid for someone who's not doing anything. And because it'll be sold out, your job, my job. And that's why we have people going crazy in this like my house here. I got tons of people downstairs going nuts because they're trying to fill up this whitelist because they know they get enough people on the whitelist on that day, on the 8th, they could get a huge paycheck. Now, last but not least, I want to share something very special for those of you, again, that are early in the program. This is something that's only available between now and the 8th, okay? Only now and between the 8th on the whitelist. Oh, by the way, I forgot this last piece. Not only do you get 15% of any of your referrals, but if any of those people decide to refer people, you get 10% of what they do. So that can be pretty exciting, as you can imagine. We also have a top producers pool and a global pool. We have lots of ways to pay you and give you rewards for doing what you in all likelihood would do anyway. Okay. You would probably do this anyway, just because you want to help other people out. I got friends in India, friends in Africa that need assistance, that need financial aid. This is a way for them to do it. They're telling me about that, sending me messages all throughout the night. I got people all over the world excited about what we're doing. So we have the ability to compensate them for their efforts. And this is how we're doing it. Okay. So before I go to this, the last thing I'll say as we wrap this up is we put an additional $200,000 of the company money on the line for for anyone who it's up for grabs, for anyone who's willing to go above and beyond. So it's not going to anyone and everyone. It's going to the following. Okay. There's two criteria. One, we sell out. I think that's going to happen no matter what, but that's one criteria. As long as we sell out, this is there. The second criteria is you need at least $1 million generated by you. And that's not you personally. So let's say you introduce a few people, right? And they go do the million, or they introduce people, whatever, right? It goes viral away from you. And we track all that. As long as $1 million came from you, you can count up to 50% from any one affiliate organization. Okay. Meaning that, let's say you show it to me and you show it to Brad, and Brad and I each go bring in $500,000 in business, which either one of us would do in a nanosecond. If you're the one who brought Josh and Brad into the deal, you can count up to 50% of the deal from Josh, 50% of the deal from Brad, $500,000, that's $1 million. In that scenario, you would qualify as a potential winner. Who wins? Again, we sell out, and the first person to get to $1 million gets the first prize. The first prize is $100,000 or a $100,000 access pass. You can choose either the $100,000 in cash, or if you're smart, the $100,000 access pass, because I believe they'll be worth way more than $100,000. Second prize, so the second person to get there is $50,000, and the third person is $25,000. Of course, in all scenarios, you can choose either the pass or the cash, and it'll be paid out right after the mint. As long as we check everything and there's no fraud, all the right business is going to be paid out that week. So there's some people that will make $100,000 extra on top of their commissions. In fact, I'll say this, there's somebody that may get all three, because if you go all the way and your organization gets it all and no one gets $1 million second after you get first, second, and third. So just saying, for those of you that are out there that have big lists, that have connections, you can go after this in a big way and make a lot of money. The company is putting it on the table for anybody. So may the best man or best woman win. We'll see. So what do you do now? Register, go to the blockchain alliance.global, register on the access list. You must be referred by someone. So, either Brad's referring you, or one of your friends is referring you, or someone's referring you, or I'm referring you. Whoever's referring you, you need that link. Then you go, you register for the access. And hold on a second. I want to make sure I can get, is it a restart? Uh-oh. It froze. Oh, there it is. All right, we got the right screen. All right, so become an affiliate, and all you have to do is promote the access pass. Register other affiliates. It's free for you. You don't have to pay anything, okay? Register other people, let them fill it up. Getting on the white paper, free. There's nothing to lose and everything to gain right now at the time of this recording. So look, the next Zoom call we're doing as a community will be at 7 p.m., okay? Pacific Standard, 10 p.m. Eastern. This is typically Monday through Thursday. So again, if you're hearing this and it's before the 8th of July, we're going to be doing these Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. So whatever day of the week it is that you're seeing this, you can register through a link with Mr. Varnell or whomever introduced you to this this video. Anyway, that's all I have to say, Brad. I'm happy to answer any questions or stay here, whatever you need.
Awesome, man. Real quick, before we take questions, I will open it up, if you don't mind, to anybody that's in the chat that wants to ask a question. I will open it up to that. But I was wondering if you could just tell us a little bit about the other verse and how that kind of aligns with the Blockchain Alliance and the opportunity that you see there.
Well, Otherverse to me is going to be the future for metaverse, right? It is the architecture by which all virtual sites are stood up upon, or metaverses, right? It's not just one meta world or virtual world. People get confused because it's called meta, but it's not. It's a virtual site. It's a virtual domain. Much like websites were back in the 90s, people didn't understand them. They didn't get it. Why would I need a website? This is dumb. That's what people are saying about metaverse right now. This is dumb. I don't understand it. Why would people do it? For people who have brains that function inside their skull, okay, that are at least paying attention, because maybe you're like I was. I didn't get it until I did, until I started looking around. And you look at, like, my kids are in the metaverse. They're in Roblox. They're in Fortnite. That is a metaverse. Okay, they're building things in virtual spaces. We're not just talking about being in goggles and being in some weird la la land. That's part of it. It's more immersive, and yes, it brings more value when you do. And the applications are immeasurable. Think of just real estate. Imagine being able to put on goggles and going into a house that you may buy in a different state or a different country, and you can see everything where it is. You can measure your furniture that you have in your existing home and be able to see if it fits in that new house. That's just one of an infinite number of examples of how that will be utilized in the future in a way that's immeasurable. So Otherverse has built out this architecture. They have the primary patents, all the intellectual property. He's been working on it for over 17 years, way ahead of Zuckerberg, way ahead of anybody else in the market, and has the intellectual property to prove it. So Otherverse by far will be the leader in this space. And they're not just building one metaverse. What they're doing is making a platform by which all metaverses could be stood up on, meaning you or me or anyone else can build one, and it's interoperable or interchangeable or connected, whatever word you want to use, in between all of them. So I can go from one to the other, to the other, to the other. It's almost like if I have Fortnite, I can take that same avatar, digital thing I have in Fortnite with all of its digital assets, its guns, its things, its whatever, and move it over to Roblox. And I can perform in Roblox in the same way. Then I can go over to Call of Duty and do it the same thing. I can go to these different metaverses with my same skin, my same avatar, and function in the same way in that space. That is what is occurring in the metaverse platform that Brian Schuster is building. The Otherverse token, I believe, will be immeasurably valuable, which is why I'm heavily vested personally. And it is also a part of our offering here at the Blockchain Alliance, because we're partners with the company. In Access Pass, you also get access to Otherverse. You get access to tokens, access to its NFTs. And they, in my opinion, are insanely valuable. But again, do your own research. That's what I have to say about that.
Okay, fantastic, man. Well, man, I really appreciate your time. If there's anybody in the chat that does have a question for Josh, please go ahead and type it in now. I'd love to answer any questions that you might have. While we're waiting for them to do that, Josh, how can these folks that are watching this video that want more Josh Denne, get in touch with you, see you? Do you like your Instagram, Facebook? Where do you want them to go?
Instagram, look, Instagram, my Instagram is where I'm most often at. Facebook, I'm there, but usually it's mainly because Instagram posts to Facebook. It's my name, Joshua Denne, all together, no period, no nothing. I'm verified. So there's a lot of scam sites that have my pictures. It's not me. If it doesn't have the blue check, not me. JOSHUA DENNE. So it's like the restaurant, but no Y. DENNE. Okay. Joshua Denne, at Joshua Denne. Pretty much my handle on all social sites. But if you really want to understand Blockchain Alliance, it's blockchain.alliance on Instagram. We have YouTube. We have all of our channels there. And Brad, obviously we have Telegram, Discord, everything you can imagine. Blockchain Alliance. Follow us there. Again, information is your friend, and we provide that at no charge to you whatsoever.
Awesome, man. I'll make sure that all of those links are in the description. And then one final thing, folks, for those of you that watch this video because of me, my referral link is in the description of the video. So you can go get on the whitelist. You can become an affiliate. But I do want to stress that anybody that's watching this video because Josh invited them here or somebody else invited them here, please go back to the person that sent you here, that got you on this video, and sign up through their link. Do not use my link unless it's 100% for sure that you're here because of me.
I appreciate that and respect that, Brad. That's integrity, by the way, guys. This is why you have a great leader in Brad Varnell. He actually cares about people for real. It's not just some thing he says. I've known him 20 years, and I know that that's true. I know he's one of the most kindest, gentlest, and sincere human beings I've had the privilege to know and work with in my life. So if you know Brad, you got to just hang out with him, stay with him. You will do well, I believe, without any question in my mind.
God bless you, my friend. Thanks for the kind words. It doesn't look like we have any questions, man. So I'm going to go, I'm going to let you go get on with the rest of your day, and we will talk again soon. Take care, buddy.
Looking forward to it. God bless, guys. Thank you.